Hi guys, this is Shadow Prince, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Warlock heal build. Yesterday I shared my DC heals, and this is a very similar build. This gets your healing stats basically capped with high outgoing healing, but at the same time using an active summon comp here. So you don't technically need an augment, but you could also use augment if you wished to do so, and I'll show that later in the video. So let's look at the stats here. This is my stats with buffs: 90% standing power, crit strike 78.3, and a critical severity 78.6. So the buffs I am using right now is I have an Invocation Blessing going. That's crit severity. That's another 3 minutes. It doesn't matter if you have that or not. It doesn't affect the stat caps. I have also Wildstorm, Elixir, and a Potency, and a 10% Sorbet up. That's what gets me these stats. And if you see in combat, if I heal a couple of guys here, including myself, you can see your power 90, your crit strike 90, your critical severity 90, and your outgoing healing 78.2. So that is, of course, with currently the Spine Devil summoned. I don't know why I can't see the devil there. It's invisible, but that's with the Spine Devil. So how do I get these stats? We're going to take a look first at the enchantments. I'm running 2 Jades. This is for critical strike, 2 Cobalts for critical severity. The defense slots, this you could go, you can customize this yourself. I went with 3 defense and 1 awareness, but you could go all awareness, all defense, or you could mix and match 2 defense, 2 awareness. That's completely up to you. I'm using a flash freeze. I'm not sure exactly what the best one yet is to use, but this is what I have for now. For the bonus, I'm using action point gains, and I'm also using Devil's Precision for 5% critical strike. This slot could be empty. I also DPS on this tune, which is why I have Rage Flames. I should really take this off. I forgot about it. And then for my utility, I have outgoing healing. You could also swap this out and go with, Forte for, if you're on a cleric. Like my cleric has Forte for a little bit help for divinity regeneration. Not that you need it, but it makes it easier on you. But you could go either Forte or outgoing healing for a little bit more outgoing healing. That's your personal choice, because I think anything that's above 70% outgoing healing is good. All right. So those are the enchantments, basically. Take another look. Yeah. Okay, if we go to companions, obviously I have the Spine Devil summoned right now, and for companion bonuses I have the Deep Crow for power, I have the Golden Bullet for outgoing healing, the Ghost for power and critical strike, the Quickling for the critical chance and outgoing healing, and the Compy for more power. For the gear, companion gear or equipment, I have these set up here with the companion enhancement here at Mythic, the new one. And then I have a piece here that gives me defense, critical strike, critical severity, and then a pure critical strike piece. Again, these you don't really have to be the 1300 ones. You could use the older ones, the 1010 ones that come from Master Expeditions, as long as it gives you the same stats. That'll still work. I use Reinvigorate, but honestly, if I take this off, I still maintain above 70% outgoing healing, which is, like I said, in my opinion, good enough. Summon Companion, like I said, Spine Devil, but you could go, if you're using a Summon Companion, you can go Brunor, or you could go Dritz, or you can go Tutor, any of the really, really good Summon Companions that can help your team. For mounts, I'm using a Swarm. Again, this depends on the group, what you need to have up. Swarm for mitigation and buff. You could use the Eclipse line, which is also good, or if required, if they ask you to go on T-Rex, you could also switch to T-Rex. And for equip power, I have Runic Aura for the team. It gives the team defense, power and defense. If the other healer or other support is using Runic Aura, you could change to something like, Providence, something like that. Or, if that's already taken, you could even go with more defense, because really you don't need any other offensive stats because they're already pretty much capped. For the insignia bonuses, obviously you could use different insignia bonuses. This is just a general idea of the stats, the type of insignias and the stats that you need, right? I have 2 Assassin's Covenants here, but I could take this one off and it wouldn't even make a difference because there's diminishing returns on these if you have multiple of them, and losing an extra, 250 power and all the other stats wouldn't really hurt as much. So I just use a similar, like say Warlords, which is completely useless on a healer, but I just changed it and it didn't really affect any of my stats. Crit strike's not green anymore, but you still cap it when you heal people, you still get stat caps there. So, oh, he disappeared. Oh no. Here, let me heal you. As you can see, you still get the caps. So long as the insignias give you relatively similar stats, you should be fine. Okay, so I think there are better insignia bonuses out there, but I haven't gone through it yet. So this is what I have: 1 Glad Guile, 1 Artificious Persuasion, and 3 Assassins. So I have a lot of skills there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4 dominances and 2 brutals here. I'm using mythic collars, including the 5% outgoing healing. Again, if you don't have a mythic collar, you have legendary or epic, it still works. The difference is 1 or 2%, so it's not a game changer. You can still hit your stat caps and still really good outgoing healing. So I just lost my invocation blessing there, but you still get the caps without the invocation blessing. It already wore off. As you can see, it wore off, but still getting caps. The higher, obviously, the higher the critical severity, the faster you get it to 90, but it still hits 90 regardless. So we've gone through the enchantments. We have gone through the mounts. We have gone through the companions. That is basically how you get these stats. You could also change to any companion and the stats would remain the same. If I change to Dritz, it doesn't matter. I still get the same stats, right? Which is the point. So you can see this gradually grows up as you keep healing. It goes up, as you can see. All right. So now let's look at the gear. Gear, I'm running the Raincatcher with, I'm not really going to go into detail about this. I'm just going to briefly go through it because most of you are already familiar with the gear. If you're watching this video, then I'm pretty sure you're, for the most part, an experienced player and very familiar with a lot of these gear. But if you do have questions about any of this, just put it in the comments, yeah? So I'm using the Raincatcher with Crit Sev armor kit. Bone Devil's Ribcage with Power Kit. I need better arm and a better arm piece. I know this is not ideal. I could, possibly I'd like to have the Arms of Last Resistance from the what is it? I think the tier 3 hunt from Avernus. If I get that, then I don't need to take a 10% sorbet. I could just take a 5% sorbet to cap power. For the boots, I'm using the Greaves of Lightguard. This gives me a lot of power, 7,500. When I'm higher than 85% health, which is majority of the time, because I'm also the healer. The pants that I'm using is the Pants of the Clear Mind. This is from Hardcore Boss. It gives you high stats, high item level. I'm using the new outgoing healing shirt. This is the Tainted Shirt of the Dragon Cult. You can buy this on the auction house. It's super cheap. Yeah. I'm using the face set with all awareness kit, except for this one here. This is Combat Advantage because I also DPS on this character. But you could actually get more awareness if you're only healing and just put awareness here. So my awareness would be a lot higher. Also, using the outgoing healing ring and the red eye glare. In terms of the weapon set, these could change, because there's new weapon sets this mod. I haven't really gone through that yet, but for now I have the, Masterworks. This is very team-oriented. If your team's running it, you should run it too. In general, I think support should be running this because it benefits the whole team. For the offhand modification, I am running Critical Strike with Forte. You can change this to AP gain now, if you wish to do so, or even crit severity if you want more, but you don't really need it, right? For the artifacts, like I said, I'm using the face set. I'm not using journals. I do have journals. I'm just not using it because I don't think there's no point in running 2 journals. Might as well run high item level artifacts, which is why I run the higher item level ones, the standard and the Demogorgon's reach here. Yep. And then Palace Sigil for mitigation. This could change. This should not affect any of your stats. Changing this to either a Tia or that Palace Sigil, it should not change any of your stats. So you could be very versatile. You could, change and go any artifact and it'd still be fine. Yeah. So if we do our heals, changing artifacts, right? Do the heals, you'll still get the same numbers. Okay. So basically, that's the Warlock. I'm going to show you my powers here. I'm not going to go through the powers because, if you want to know more about this, you should go find another video. The point of my video is just to show you how to get stats, right? But in general, these are the powers I use. You can use different ones, whatever works for you. And then the final thing is we're going to go through boons. So obviously you take all the power and take the 2 defensive ones here. Actually, I could even I put 3 in deflect even for some reason. You could also go with group healing potion. If you use that, I should really change some of this, like movement speed, which I don't need. Put it into group healing, and then use potions as well to supplement your healing. You can do that. I took crit severity, obviously, and then crit strike. These are important, and then hit points. Yeah, Forte and outgoing healing. And then actually for Master Boon, I went with the last one here. For the Guild Boon, I'm going Power, Awareness, and Res Sickness. Or if you're going, if you're healing the group with potions, you could change it to this. But in Trials, I'm going to say this is better, Res Sickness, because if you take 1 death, your hit points will drop. Speaking of hit points, currently with this build, we'll be standing at over 1 million hit points, which is really good. That's a lot of survivability. But okay, so let's say these summoned active companions are not good, and you have to go augments. Then I would definitely go with a butterfly. Same as my DC, because it gives you defense, deflect, and awareness. Look, all your offensive stats are gonna stay capped. So why not just boost your defensive stats, right? So let's say I go butterfly, and once I put the butterfly on, which is an augment, all my healing stats remain the same. I just increase my defense and my awareness, above 50% defense and almost 60% awareness with still 1 million hit points. So increase your survivability. This is if you need to go augments and you don't, go with an active summon companion. Well, the thing about this build is it's good because I think it's good because you don't need to change anything. You don't need to change any of your enchantments. You don't need to change your mounts. You don't need to change your gear. All you do is you can swap between any between any of the active companions, or if you want to go augment, go with the butterfly. So or all you're doing is just changing companion. You're not doing any other changes. So I hope you guys get a general idea on on how this is built. Maybe this will give you ideas. Maybe you can use this build, improve on it, make it better. Like I said, this is early days for this mod, so I will also gradually improve these builds that I have for DPS, for for heals and whatnot, because I do also have a DPS loadout, but taking different buffs. But I think I take Sun Lords, yeah. So like all these builds, they will gradually change and improve and get better. But the purpose of the video is for you guys to get a general idea, to see how you get the stats, and to show you guys that it's possible to get those healing stat caps without running an augment companion, right? So it is doable. You don't have to run an augment, but like I said, if you wish to, you can. So it's like DPS loadout. I'm not gonna go through a DPS loadout right now. Maybe at another date. If you guys want to see it, I can share it maybe some other time. But for this mod, because I'm mainly gonna as a DPS warlock, and then maybe my wizard as well is gonna be pretty active and tank on my fighter. And I got 2 healers, the warlock and the DC. My pally, I generally just run hardcore boss with that, just to help people get the rings. But that's my video. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comment. Please understand that I'm not saying that this is the best build. This is just to give you guys an idea, to share information. If you have questions, please ask. Please don't try to be negative, because I don't respond well to negativity. Because I'm here trying to help people out with their stats and whatnot. If you think that there should be a tweak to the build to make it better, yeah, sure. But just, I will take constructive criticism. Just don't be negative in the comments, yeah. And with that, I hope you guys enjoy the new mod, and thank you very much for watching. Peace out.